Ember is still his most played mid, which he hasn't touched in over 3 months in a competitive game. That's also kind of interesting.
And that hero's actually seen some play. Not a huge
Yeah.
amount. I know we saw some earlier today in one of the other games, but a lot of other regions aren't really touching Ember too much.
Still likes the Ember, right? He's been playing that still.
Which player did you say?
Quinn.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think we have seen him play.
He's
that.
touched a couple times recently, if I recall.
Just better mids generally.
Infamous really thinking about it here. How do we want to handle this Storm Spirit? And they go for the Slardar.
Well, they need some form of lockdown against the Storm Spirit. That's for sure.
I did not see this coming.
I think the nicest thing about the Slardar pick is actually the matchup against Elder Titan. It doesn't necessarily like beat it when Elder Titan has like has taken damage. He's got lots of armor and damage, right? So you don't really want to fight him then, but like this gives you a way to play around that because you've got 2 ways to stun now plus Earth Spirit. So like if ET overextends, he's basically not gonna be able to bully the lane nearly as much as he would against a more like spell type hero offlaner. So I think that helps offset and stabilize the laning stage a bit. It also gives him another initiator, which is good too. It's another hero that combos well with Snapfire because you're always running in. High movement speed with Cookie could be really good. So I think it's a pretty good pick.
Yeah, you're right about the Cookie. That is a nice little accelerator for Slardar. I think I'm surprised just because we saw Drakeel. He was like the guy that kept going for Slardar, and it didn't work out well in DPC. So I might just be projecting those memories onto this game, which isn't totally fair. But yeah, I'm curious if they'll pair it with something else to take advantage of this minus armor. Maybe the gyro's enough. I guess it does synergize with Snapfire as the game goes on if she's in a core role, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Big physical damage.
That's like more of a late game thing, but you could argue like it's fine right away. Like in the mid game, if you do go Lil Shredder with Slardar, yeah, that could be a decent way to get killed. It's not amazing against Mars, I guess, because he's got a shield, but Dark Willows can use her second skill. But minus armor against Storm Spirit is actually decent if you do lock him down, because he doesn't really buy armor items ever, except for like very late game situations. So if you can catch him, you can definitely burst him, and Sar can catch him with the blink. So good work.
Big carries removed now, the Luna and the Medusa. I like where EgoBoys' head is at. Get rid of that TA, right? The crazy minus armor synergy. We call that the free Roche strat, TA Slardar.
That would have been really good.
And the
Bloodseeker.
So what's your blind mid here? Do you go for something like Lina? You don't have Death Prophet. You need some kind of well-rounded, like Kunkka comes to mind against the Storm.
I don't know if I like Kunkka against Storm very much because it just feels like it's difficult to fully execute against him. Lina sounds okay. It's like a disable follow-up for Slardar Snapfire.
No puck. A little bit limited here.
Viper's not good, really. Something mobile could be good. Void Spear, maybe. I think Void Spear would be all right.
Yeah, I like the Void Spear.
Initiate. But past that, not sure.
Queen of Pain's another one that highly mobile, not that popular.
That
probably
not
low.
Very good right now, I don't think.
Yeah.
I'd be happy with the Lina or the Void Spirit. Those are 2 heroes I know Faker plays very well because I'm assuming at this point, you know, it's not going to be the Snapfire in that core position. The only thing that makes me a little nervous about the Lina is that it's pretty hard to stay alive once the Storm Spirit starts to be activated and is going to be hunting you. At least with the Void Spirit, you're going to be able to... You naturally want to buy Yules generally anyways to, you know, remove any sort of silences, set up for those Astro Stuffs. All right, they're going to go for it. They just don't care.
Wow.
I'm waiting for the Snapfire to destroy all the trees that Treant Protector is hiding in.
So, wow, did they really just last pick a 5? That's wild.
Yeah.
So it'll be mid snap then.
Okay.
Right now, Ego doesn't have very good tower hitters. None of their heroes hit towers well. They kill creep waves, but that's about it. Storm doesn't like hitting towers too much. Mars is okay with it, but so Tree can offset that. He can also, like, their burst damage is decent. I guess Tree armor on allies is not. I guess it's good against ET. I guess against ET Aurora, but
it's a beefy lineup though from Infamous. Tree, Slardar, Earth Spirit, Snapfire. That's a hell of a front line right there.
Timbersaw in the game. Somebody pick Whirling Death instantly.
Seriously. Unfortunately, he's banned, but that would be great, even though he isn't really a 1.
everything's
You
a
won
one if
this
you
game.
try hard enough, Cyborg. Especially
Effort.
here in South America, you know.
Chen is not a 1. Chen is definitely not a 1. That one doesn't work, I don't think.
Have
they
you done
could
all the
do,
scenarios though, Purge?
like a Morphling, if they want to go something kind of greedy. Okay, they'll take Troll.
Okay,
Nice and
classic.
safe, very well rounded here. Gives them some Roche possibilities. He helps with the push. He's not an amazing pusher, but it's something, right?
And the other really important thing is that he's a strong laner, and he's very good at like right-click reliant heroes. So against Slardar, you just spin the whirling axes, and you have a much lower chance of getting bashed. He can't fight you as effectively when he chooses to. So it should mean that Slardar's not going to just have like a free lane against whatever carry. So
And he's
he
pretty
matches up.
resilient, right? Like
He is.
he can handle the 5 ET very well as an ally. I mean,
yeah, that's true, I suppose. Yeah, sets it up for him. Then he can get on top of them. They can both like double hit somebody. He'll match up decent against the Gyrocopter too, because he'll have enough ability to like single target damage down Gyro in the mid game. So they have some cool options here. He should lane well. That's the big thing.
well, gang, it's prediction time. We've seen 2 relatively one-sided games, and here we are in the Game 3 decider. Who are we favoring? Which draft do we like? What do we got?
I just don't believe in the Snapfire mid. I think Infamous is a better team, obviously, but I think I like what EgoBoys is doing better. It looks a little stronger to me. I guess their team fight's a little worse, but I think their lanes look better to me.
All I heard was Storm Believer through that Purge. Moxie, do you concur? Are you believing in the Storm here?
Let's go. Give me a Lone Storm. Give me Drakeel Mars. Let's go. I'm on the EgoBoys train for this one.
Yeah, we might have to caster curse him here and go all 3. I love that they pulled out the Dark Willow. She's a hero that I forget about a lot, but when we've seen her in SA, the damage output is huge, synergizes well with the Mars. I'm excited to see what happens. We've got Game 3. Let's dive in and hand it over to our casters. Take it away.
All right.
Hey, that's us.
Hey, that is us.
In my mind, I was like, all right, here come the casters. I'm just sitting watching the game. And no one
Look at
talks.
this. The
I'm like,
smoke
oh,
already
shit.
breaks. Oh, look at this. They already are going to be able to take down the sword. Poor Michael.
Call the game right there. It's all over, man.
GG. No,
No
but
observer
he
worth
does
it.
break the smoke over on the side of Ego, so.
Yeah, but the whole purpose of the smoke is to like get there faster than normal. Like, yeah, they weren't necessarily. I mean, yeah, maybe they try to get a kill, but dewardian is already a really big deal. They're very happy with that. Nice little gold advantage. Who got the gold? It went to the Elder Titan. Good for him.
You know, briefcases are. Oh, he's got the baby rattle this time. They say briefcases are expensive. Elder Titan's got to be ready for business at all times. Man, that should have been no. Team Business Associates. They could have.
Team busy ass.
I hate that you call it that. I hate it.
Maybe don't make the acronym. Busy ass.
The battle begins.
Really obvious.
Anyway,
How does
he's
nobody
back
else
to our-
call it that?
Our very professional Dota 2 broadcast here. Runes are snapped up. It's an equal split between both sides, so nothing too wild. The only advantage, again, going over to Kara here, who is going to deny his own ward now as well, so
You
no
gotta do
extra
it.
gold for you.
Got to put him down. And the experience. It's a big deal. In
It
this
is.
case, they split the experience 4 ways, so it was not a big deal. But no, I love getting wards as a support. It really feels like it gets you back into the game. It's so much gold every time.
I just love that wards are free now.
True.
God, what a roller coaster we've had as support players over the years. You know, having to buy a courier, upgrade the courier, then they take the courier to the point where you each get a courier. Just,
I mean, back in the day in Dota 1, supports, if you were the 5 position, you were lucky. I remember one game, this Crystal Maid was the most farmed I'd ever seen her. I'd never seen a support so farmed. She had power treads and 5 bracers. I was like, holy shit, I can only dream of having this many items.
oh
That's
man,
what
that
it was
is
like.
life.
It was bad. It was like, get as tanky as possible so you can live for an extra 3 seconds in a team fight.
Everyone bought an S and a Y too back then, is what I've heard.
Yeah, it was
Everyone
pretty
can be
good.
a core.
It was pretty good back then.
Alone has to be a bit careful here. He's taking a decent amount of harass from Faker. Saving up though for that bottle. And the null tally. Otherwise fairly quiet. We are seeing some sprays get dropped. Tano has to be careful though. So they do have quite the nice slow and they have that homing missile. So Dark Willow gonna take a lot of harass. Does have a salve of course, but one more punch actually. Oh, the fairy fire. All right, it looks like A's gonna give up on that one.
Yeah, it didn't look fun. If I'm Dark Will, I do not want to get punched by a Dream Protector. He's freaking huge, dude. He's actually so big.
Dude, the
that's
scariest
why
was
you
when
buy
runes
cells.
actually used to spawn. Do you remember that? When you could get like a haste rune level 1 and you had a
Oh, at
pudge
the
or a
start of the
tree
game,
run
yeah.
at you and just punch you?
Yeah, that
Ugh.
felt bad.
Felt awful. You always died. Oh, he tried to go get that ward. Not gonna be able to do it.
So Snapfire's doing pretty good so far.
Has been
About even on last hits. Looks like they're both gonna have their bottles coming about the same time. Denies
Another
his own wards. So many wards being suicided.
Yeah, that's 2 now. Seems a bit high for most of the games that I've watched, but already you can see Michael is making his rotation here to the mid lane. Wants to try to punish the Storm before he gets that level 6, sitting at level 3 right now. Roll on in a little bit off the mark, but should be able to go and secure the water rune at the very least. This is going to be an empty bottle here.
Thanks, guys.
For Storm alone going and even tipping, not realizing that's all part of the plan. You know, it'd be a little bit of a bonus if they managed to land on alone, but now he doesn't have anything to refill the bottle unless a teammate dies and wants to come back in.
This is fine. He's not too worried about this on Snapfire's side, and yeah, stealing the bounty as well. It's a good way to rotate through and reward yourself for making these rotations. Killing the Storm would have been nice, but it doesn't have to happen. Slardar is struggling down on the bot lane though. 9 last hits for him. 19 and 9 for Troll Warlord. And this is
Rolling
why
on
he
in
left
here
the
on
lane.
Drakeel. It's got Fairy Fire though, so a bit of a failed gank.
You need to get these kills. Like, Michael's rotating efficiently and all, but if you're not getting kills, then Slardar's losing a lot of lane advantage for very little.
This is
Got armor.
interesting. This time we have a soul ring picked up on Snapfire. That's not something I usually see on the mid snap. Anyways, thoughts?
It's fine. I mean, your hero doesn't have great int gain, so it's just a way to accelerate you. Your strength hero as well, so it also gives you damage. It makes a lot of sense. You have a lot of raw HP because you're a strength hero, so armor. It's a great item, and you've got bottles that'll help offset the HP. Totally fine. Good way to accelerate your farm. Oh, they're just bullying Slardar so much here. He's like running around trying to do anything, and Troll just walks over and says, "I will help you 2v1 Slardar," and Slardar's just not going to feel good. This is not a hero that you really want to play or pick to play from behind. Slardar's purpose is like winning the lane, trading hits, getting kills. He's not as good of like a blink ganker hero as many other offlane heroes. So if they pick him and then all of a sudden your opponents grab this like mega strong laner in Troll Warlord, you've been outdrafted a little bit. So maybe they didn't anticipate the Troll pick, but that was the perfect pick for EgoBoys to take, because now Slar's going to be playing from behind for a while.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't feel good, especially when, you know, you are being the person that's got to be like an initiator, and you initiate and you just immediately die. So definitely feels bad that Michael wasn't able to make a whole lot with these rotations and find kills.
dire structures are fortified.
So TP over into the mid lane here. It's going to be Dark Willow. Cookie Shot coming in though, so Kano's just going to Yapzor this lane. As over on the bottom side, the more pressure being placed over onto Mariano.
Dire's top tower
Looking good for
is
them.
under
At least they get a little recovery.
I feel like they needed that.
Huge kill. Yeah, really big kill. Alright, Samprai thinking about ulting here for the Dark Willow. We'll see if he goes for it. He's looking for the cookie setup, but doesn't have enough mana. If he has 100 mana, he goes for that kill, 100%, but would have been too dangerous otherwise.
That is a nice way to kind of deal with that Shadow Realm too, the fact that it is ground targeted, so you don't have to focus on the Willow. So
Yeah,
not
that's always-
exactly that safety that you usually have. But Kara here is going to run into Faker and Michael, so they should be able to get themselves a nice quick little pick off here as they turn back around. Kara's not quite dead yet, but they would really love to get the kill over here onto Rises as they gets a stomp. Nice silence, or not silence, sorry, but sleep. But they still get their target that they wanted, and Kara now is going to just go and secure the rune here for alone.
So that's basically the perfect thing that we want to see out of Snapfire, is that you are rotating to side lanes, you're using your ulti in combination with your allies, and you're getting a kill. And now they've picked up the Troll Warlord, the most farmed hero in the game. Putting him below, and now Snapfire's got 2 kills and 39 last hits at a really good pace. This is looking much better than it was last game.
Like you said, it all comes down to being able to, you know, get those early kills, get that momentum. Alone, though, wanders into the jungle, is going to spot out some of these stacks, as in the top lane, You can see that this gyrocopter is getting dealt pretty hard here. The Bramble should be able to finish off alone, zipping on through. No one's there. He's used up most of his mana here. He's gonna have to use some of those bubble charges possibly.
If he dies here, this is really,
There he is.
really bad if he died here.
Still no mana. There's the slow, the scatter blast. They need a little bit more. The cookie hop just trying to get him away. They
It
turned
felt
that around,
bad.
they might have got it.
I thought Snapfire was gonna cookie himself to go in, but it felt dangerous. So instead he's like, "You go in." Michael turned on. He's
No,
like, "I'm not going in."
I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Brambles will connect over onto Faker. Drakeel making his way over. Does have the arena, should they want to drop it. But this gives a little bit of breathing room down here to Mariano to catch up a bit. Still sitting at level 5, but is at least able to hit some creeps in the meanwhile. Look at Drakeel. He wants Faker. He wants this grandma, but has to be careful. Parker also showing up, says, "Get away from my stacks. I need those." My team worked hard on those. Well, maybe not too hard, because it's only a 2-stack, but you know.
Well, not able to get those pickoffs, but at least they are buying some time for themselves in the meantime. Storm didn't. I wish he used that arcane rune a lot better. Like, it seemed clear to me at least that Gyrocopter was gonna die, so burning all that mana and an arcane rune to not get a kill just feels like a big mistake, because that's so much potential. That is like the glory rune for that hero. So even though they are kind of winning, they can't make too many more mistakes like that, or Infamous might run away with this.
It's that young fiery blood, you know? Michael, though, speaking of making some mistakes, that would definitely classify as one here.
No, I don't know if you know. He broke the smoke. Maybe intentionally, maybe not. I don't know. They smoked, and then he just, like, rolled right in. So I don't know if he was just, like, guessing or what, but it was a little wacky.
Yes, wacky is definitely the word I would use there. No mana over here again on the Storm. He's got to be careful about this. Does have enough here for those arcanes. As the arena gets used in the top lane, they found themselves a tree, and they're going to cut him down.
Nicely done. If they can get the towers as well, that'd be pretty sick. Open up the map, start invading, then they can pressure Gyrocopter, a hero that does like to spend time jungling. I mean, Gyro currently enjoying the benefits of the dire side. The dire side jungle is so good right now. All of these camps are so close together, and he maxed Flak first, so his ability to clear these jungle camps is excellent. But if their towers get cleaned up, he gets invaded on, it delays his ags, delays all of his farming. And killing the support bot lane.
Yep, Ano getting his revenge here thanks to a rotation from the Earth Spirit. Does manage to go and get a kill and continue to farm up. He's just enjoying this little time that he has. Faker is, of course, with the invisibility rune. He can get into a nice position if they decide to make anything happen. Right now, just going to play it safe over here on the side. Does have his own sentry to protect himself.
I mean, this is one of those moments where you just desperately wish anybody on your team could get here, but this one tree
on his
grew
way.
back. Start teleporting, guys. They won't see it now, and you've got 3 beautiful trees.
I mean, the nice thing is that they do have a tree and protector, so if they don't hard commit on these towers, they're not going to be able to take them early on.
That's true. Arena Blood is like by far the best tree clear spell right now, I gotta say. You just put it down, all the trees are gone. Can't be trees in the Arena Blood. Ignis Fatuus
No.
used to be really good too, but now you have to pay a bunch of money to get that.
I'm sorry, every time I hear Ignis Fatuus, I just hear, oh, 1 second there, alone, jumping in on Michael. They've got the Curse Crown, the Brambles, everything. The cookie hop forward does
this
manage
is
to buy
good.
him a little bit more time. Are they going to be able to get the kill over onto alone? No, they'll be able to get the kill on Michael, though.
Nice. Terrorize them to break the ulti so that there isn't as much damage coming. It looked like it was a very easy Earth Spirit kill, but good skill response there. That looks all fine. Slardar is decently recovered. 3,800 gold on him now. Power Treads, he's almost got Blink Dagger actually. 3 points in Bash as well, but once he gets this, Sport's got to be careful, Storm's got to be careful.
They have the Overgrowth now. They don't have the Snapfire Kisses, though. There's a very ambitious teleport coming out here from Mariano right into the Arena of Blood. As Michael is there, this Bedlam doing so much damage. Michael will, of course, fall. In there, are they going to be able to get alone? He's going to be able to zip away at the last second. It looks like he's actually going to survive.
9 HP, okay. That was close. That was a really cool blink initiation by Slardar. It was the old school blink. You just teleport as deep as possible and you hope that everything works out. And I honestly thought that was going to go so much worse for Infamous. Like, Tree did the walk forward, like, I'm going to overgrowth you. They ran away. Then he just gets Mars Arena'd. I thought he was going to die. He's lived as well. It was pretty close. Oh, by the way, Moxxi, are all the colors on the top of the screen different? The red and the green for the health bars? Are they different shades than they used to be?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. The green looks darker. The red looks a little meatier.
No, it looks nice. Lone jumping in on Faker in the bottom lane. That is the downside, of course, of being a Snapfire, is that there's no escape if a lone +1 decide to jump on you.
Yeah, that's tough. That's the big issue with the hero for sure. But he's had a better game so far. It's not. I'm not hating on it just yet. Hate on in 10 minutes, but not right now. But
That's very kind of you, Purge.
luckily, him being ahead is going to justify getting Ags first. If you can get it at a better time because you're snowballing a bit, it makes more sense. Because then mobility advantage from like throwing in your Tree and Protector or whoever else feels good. And that's probably the hero they want to toss in. He's going to be, all right, armor me. And then he's going to be like, thank you. Then he's going to eat the tree and just yeet him in. He'll press his ulti and then Tree's instantly going to die. But it's going to be worth it. It will be worth it. It's free Blink Dagger. Tree's gonna, what's he gonna do? Cast a level 1 Leech Seed? That's useless. Anyway, smoke is up. Here they go. Here's Blink Dagger on Slardar as well. Let's see if they can get a grab. And who will it be?
Well, they've been hanging around the mid lane for quite a while, so you can tell that Infamous is trying to punish anyone who tries to continue to put pressure on this tower because they haven't been able to commit hard, right? You know, you see them take a nice team fight, but then there's just not enough damage to take down that tower there in the mid lane, so.
Trying to gank this range creep in the mid lane, but they'll let it live for now.
For now. Mariano, though, finding himself Kara. Jumps forward, reveals the blink, gets the stop, followed up with the Arena of Blood, though Kara somehow still alive thanks to this Terrorize. But there it is. There's the Snapfire throwing out the kisses. We'll end up losing Mariano and Michael. And it's just not holding them in place for long enough here, as now the Treant will fall. And they have to be very careful on the side of Infamous. They're just going to back out of that jungle now with those ultimates expended.
That's a great reaction. They responded instantly to the initiation. The fact that it just really shows like pro players, they're so good at like taking these small margins where any out of position moment, like if Mars is a little bit more to the left there when Tree gets gone on, or Elder Tank gets gone on, it completely changes things.
Oh dear. Faker drawn right back into the arms of Alone. They'll go for the Earth Splitter. They'll land on KX.
Nice.
Trikill sitting very low. Looks like he's actually going to survive. Bedlam coming out from Tano too, trying to help them just get away as Michael will snap up the Arcane Rune. But while this is all going on, Rises is just being allowed to hit every creep he wants.
He is. With the Maelstrom, he's going to farm at a good pace. He's got BKB up next. With that said, though, Gyrocopter also has Ags finished, and he's picked up a Possess Mask, which is nice. To make sure that his HP is full, doesn't have to spend as much mana necessarily to kill creep waves rapidly. But 3k gold advantage is pretty significant now, actually, for the Radiant side. Every hero of theirs is doing well, better than the supports on the Infamous side. So Elder Titan's using his skills effectively. That Earth Splitter was great there. Damage and disable full, but Infamous gonna get active. Here they go.
Here they go, indeed. The initiation over onto Rises. They want to silence him, control him, so that way he can't get the ultimate off, but he still manages to do it. So they follow up with that Arena of Blood. And look at this damage coming out. They'll be able to go, and they take down A. They'll follow up and get the kill on Rises and Parker. And now Michael will be the next one to fall to the side of Ego. They do eventually manage to get to take down that troll, but it takes everything, it feels like.
I mean, what is showing for Ego so far. First of all, they win their Division 2 series, and then so they're gonna go play the big boys. But usually when that happens, it's tough. But they're really showing up here, and they're crushing Infamous in these team fights. I mean, they even whiffed a spear of Mars there in that ultimate, but they are turning things around. They just have more damage. And Troll got his ulti off as well. That was really, really important. The third stun, the homing missile, was just a little bit too late. No fault of his own. The thing takes time to whirl up, but they're just crushing their opponents in team fights, and it just looks bad. Like it looks bad for Infamous. I just can't help but think that this might continue happening. They don't yet have the Ags for Snapfire yet either. I'm not even sure if he was in that fight. I don't remember seeing Mortimer's kisses, but maybe just trying to finish his Ags. It's the downside for your hero, like feeling viable with 4,000 gold. That just takes too long.
I mean, this is what I talked about during the draft, is that you have these nice initiations, but the counter initiation almost feels like it's stronger in some respects, right? Because we've been seeing that, you know, Infamous, they're trying to make these plays, and the second that they try to do anything, all of a sudden Drakil's just there, and he's jumping on them, or they have some sort of a stomp, like they just follow it up again. And, you know, like you're saying, usually when the winner of lower div makes their way up to the big boy side, ooh, oh, this is a dead
grab.
Tree. Bye-bye, Tree.
Yo, that was sick.
You want to elaborate on that, or?
he had no vision. He sees the nature's grass come out, and he just like guesses where he is, kills the trees, and finds him. That's hard. You have to find the guy and cast pull on him in time before he goes into the trees again. If you don't cast in time, you just wasted a shitload of mana. But he gets a kill and the tower. That was really confident and cool. Big hit.
Told you. This kid right here, he's really good with the Storm Spirit. But what I was starting to talk about before is that, you know, usually when you're moving up into the big boy leagues, it's a bit of an adjustment, right? We've seen it in a couple of the other leagues as well. But that's how tight SA is becoming now. And I really love seeing it. I really love that, you know, they are so neck and neck. Like, obviously, you know, you've got the big boys. You've got Beast Coast, you've got Thunder Predator, who usually are sitting at the top of the food chain here for SA. But everyone else, it really could be anyone's game. And I think that's so cool when you get to see a region, like, really start to develop like this.
That's what we're seeing so far today. Lots of upsets. And this is the makings of one right now. It's definitely not over yet, but this net worth advantage, the first pause of the day for us at least. Sorry guys, they just need to add more levels to their compendium really quick. give them some time. It's very important. Finished all of mine. I'm really excited about it. It's a lot of sick taunts, guys.
Yeah, what was the new Arc Warden one that he does?
I don't remember, but I saw the Bounty Hunter one. Did you see the Bounty Hunter one?
No, what is it?
That one's really good. It's something like styling or something. He basically, like Scrooge McDuck, like jumps into a pile of gold and like comes out like spinning, like basically like flying or dancing.
Oh, that's awesome.
It looks really cool.
That one at least makes sense too, because some of the taunts, no offense to whoever, you know, wrote them, because I definitely can't do that, but like the Death Prophet with the rainbow doing a dance is just kind of like, not sure how that fits in. But
she can't be happy.
I mean, she can, but I don't know what the drumming along with it too. I don't know. That was a little.
Gotta take something copyright free, I guess.
I guess. Haystream picked up on alone. This Roche is taking a while, and they have to be careful. They haven't gotten enough of a pick off here. There's the yeet. They throw the tree right into the pit.
Now he dies, like I said.
Oh, now he dies. Yeah, exactly. There's not going to be any overgrowth here.
What was that? We're not.
Get in there. Find out what's happening in that pit, says Faker.
I'm pretty sure they did not. I'm pretty sure Azul did not consent to that one. He just got thrown in.
All right.
Could have thrown a creep to get vision, anything. They didn't go in at the same time. That's what was so confusing about it. They like yeeted him in, and they weren't like there with him. They were like, yeet, let's see what happens. And they're like, oh, there's nobody there, and you're instantly dead. Like, back him up or something. I don't know.
I don't understand the buyback though.
Well, they wanted to contest Roche. That's all.
Yeah, but then they didn't.
Yeah. They didn't get there in time. There is some sloppiness going on here. All right.
You can't even yeet him again either, because it's still on cooldown for another 15 seconds when he bought back. I don't know. I guess he's just amped. He's pumped. He's like, let me at him again, coach. Get me in there.
Yeah, maybe it's like, I'm doing so good this game. I have Ags, guys. Let's go. And then there's just no one in there to overgrowth. And even if there was, I guess, you know, if there were like 5 heroes in there and he overgrowths them all and he starts lobbing Mortimer's Kisses in there, it would have been pretty sick. And that would have been some follow-up that they had, but it wasn't quite super coordinated. It just felt a little disjointed, but.
Yeah, I would say so. I would say so.
Radiant's middle tower.
But again, they're not hard committing for a lot of these towers right now.
Yeah.
They give a little poke, they get a fight.
Exactly. Just want to farm the map. Glyph was used by Infamous just now, so now they might be more likely to commit to a tier 2. Treant Protector moving in position to cut waves. It appears. And vision control here. Nice
Another regen rune.
He's got his mini Bloodstone, the Kaya and Sanj. They're ready to fight. Ooh, they're gonna go.
Ooh, there's a jump in with a nice arena, just trying to pin over here to the wall, and they find the kill immediately on this gyrocopter. The Mortimer's Kisses get used, but doesn't really do a whole heck of a lot, so now they're on cooldown. They still have themselves an Aegis, they got themselves a nice pick-off. Ego's gotta be feeling real good right now. Mariano just trying to cut the wave a little bit, looks like, but immediately hides again.
When did he complete his BKB? His BKB on Gyro is done, but I think he just got chain stun there. Storm just jumps on him, gets the pull, they get the spear afterwards. He's chain stunned all the way to death. I don't know if he completed it there or not, but if he BKB's there, very different team fight, but good grab by Ego. They get the pick off that they want. They did it right before BKB timing. Now they get the tier 2. Now they take the shrine. Now their map control here is like extremely oppressive. And now they just need to like invade the enemy tri-camp or get more pickoffs.
It's like they're gonna try to make a play over here on alone, but Jakeel is also here. Not a lot of mana left over here on the Storm. Gotta be a bit careful. Rest the side. Infamous trying to find the right angle, trying to get the jump. They'll jump over onto Jakeel. The Yule's coming out, the Yeet coming out as well with the overgrowth. It finally works. They managed to get the kill. They'll follow up now over onto Rises, over onto Alone. They'll take down Rises, and Alone's coming right back up here again. They're waiting patiently with the cookie.
Nice.
They'll manage to go and land it, and that's a dead Storm Spirit.
Perfect skill usage there. Great chain stunning. And they win a crushing fight. 4K advantage still for the EgoBoys, but that was a big team fight win. And that's going to buy their next item, Blink Dagger on Snapfire. Gyrocopter is going to be able to start moving towards this S and Y, so those chain stuns are a little bit less threatening. I don't know what Tree and Protector buys. Sentry wards, I guess?
He's buying some words right now. He's working on the Blink Dagger. He's
got
getting
2
there.
Sentry wards. Watch out.
Hey, man, you got to celebrate the little things, okay? The only thing I'm concerned about is that we're starting to see more BKBs coming out from the side of EgoBoys, and that's going to make Faker feel a lot less effective.
That's true. Yeah, he definitely. I mean, you could. If you toss the Tree and Protector at the right time, it can be okay. But and also he's Bind Shard. He can also blink Scatterblast to start engagement. It's a 2-second stun. That's one of the things that makes core Snapfire viable if you can get to that net worth. But yeah, they just need to win another convincing fight. The net worth really got evened out a lot here. So that was the fight that EgoBoys did not want to lose. But they're still in a great place. A lot of towers are dead. They've got map control. Control's doing good.
The swing from that fight in terms of net worth and experience, though.
Yeah, it was big.
Definitely helping to level the playing field a little bit more for the side of Infamous. I don't think they can afford to have too many more mistakes like that. The side of Ego.
It's a little scary, but with that said, though, the carry matchups as the game continues are not. It's not terrible for a Gyrocopter, for example, but Troll is generally going to feel a little safer.
Find themselves. Oh no! Oh, where's the tip for that one? Arenaing an illusion.
My thanks will come later. When you
What does Mars say? I bet you felt like a fool.
I don't think I've heard that one.
You haven't heard that one?
Well, it's fine because this Arena Blood ability is only a 75-second cooldown. It's nothing. It's a
Yeah,
main,
but you still
big
feel
complaint about it.
foolish.
With that said, though, Arena Blood really, in effect, only traps heroes and blocks ranged attacks and like stuns one guy technically. So it's like, it looks like a mass. It looks like Ravage kind of, but it's not quite as impactful. You know, it's kind of situational. Mars is a little bit misleading sometimes in the string.
Well, that's some big words about the God of War coming from you, Purge.
True.
What are you the god of?
It's definitely the best one on the planets. Shit gets me pumped up real good.
All right. Well, net worth currently has the Gyrocopter sitting at the top, but very, very close neck and neck with this Troll. And now my question is with the Storm Spirit. He's died a couple times here. He's working on that BKB, which I think is very, very important for him to be able to have the freedom to move about. When does it start to get a little scary for Storm? How many deaths does it take before we start to feel like he's slipping a bit?
It's more based on his item timings, like how delayed is his BKB. He's basically got it. He's about 200 gold away from it right now. So once he's got BKB, it's a lot less scary.
Ooh,
He doesn't
look
have to
at
worry
this.
about getting chain bash.
Everybody follow the llama.
Furiously
Rolling
leading
from
the right
Michael, the stun over onto Rises, the yeet, the follow-up though. They have those BKBs like we talked about.
Rises so
Gets
good.
the ultimate off as well. They'll get the kill on Michael. They're trying to finish off a Mariana. Do they have the damage? Yes, they do. They've got plenty of physical, but in comes the Gyrocopter. He's putting out a decent amount of damage over onto Jakeel. It takes a while, but they eventually get the kill, and they'll follow up with a kill over onto A. Tano now needs some help. There's Alone though. He's jumping on it. He's gonna try to take down the Gyrocopter, and he's gonna be able to do it, by God. Tano still hunting over on the back lines here. Michael, he just bought back And we have a disconnect from Ego.
Sorry,
Uh-oh.
sorry, Earth Spirit's gonna be okay, guys. Promise. There's no way he dies here. You know what was the crucial thing in that fight, in my opinion, was the Terrorize actually coming out and hitting the Treant Protector. Because as they started the fight, they bashed the Troll. Troll gets BKB off and he ulties. If the Treant Protector just ulties, that's 4 seconds of Troll's BKB that he's just doing 0 damage. Isn't ramping up attack speed, nothing. Slardar ends up staying alive, probably Mars maybe as well. I don't remember everybody that took damage, but that's doing like Maelstrom procs and everything. Like that was a lot of damage for Troll Warlord, and all because he was unable to lock that down. So that was pretty big. Good Terrorize and a convincing fight for the EgoBoys. 4 dead heroes on the enemy team. That Troll did so much damage that fight, almost 6,000.
He's a big boy, this Troll.
And basically
As long as we
nobody
can
did
hit.
damage. Like, did you see the graphs? It was Gyro did 4,300. Next closest was 1,100, and everybody else on that did like under 700 damage. It was like basically just Gyro right clicking. Not good for Infamous here.
My question is just, how has no one bought a halberd for this man?
For the Troll,
Yeah.
I mean, Halberd is not a great item on Gyro. You need more damage than that. And so it basically have to be Slardar. Like, hypothetically, Snapfire could buy it, but if you buy Halberd, then you're not doing enough damage. You need, like, utility, nukes, things like that. He's bought those. Shard, Blink Dagger, those are an axe. Those are the things he needs. He can't afford Halberd. Like, Halberd is, like, more of a traditional right-click hero type thing, and Slardar's not far enough ahead for that to work. He's been trying to catch up a little bit.
Just any sort of control, I feel like that's the solution for a Troll. As being able to just make it so that he ulties and you immediately, you Euls him. You do something so that way he just can't hit during it. And I just feel like they're lacking that control over on the side of Infamous very badly, as evidenced in these fights.
They are a bit. Obviously BKB is a lot of that problem, but Troll feels like he's been able to do a lot of whatever he wanted to do all game. He just has been hitting creeps, and they haven't quite engaged on him perfectly, so he keeps getting his BKB off, his ulti off, and it's every fight goes pretty well for him. And now the game's looking scary. If he finishes Scotty, it's gonna get tough. And this Roche is instantly dead. That's Shard, that's Cheese, that's Aegis, all so good on Troll. Not Shard though, not the Shard. Shard's not good on him. Who gets the Shard? They're gonna give it to Mars. Now he can stun 2 people.
Ooh. 2 is always better than 1.
Yep, a little bit extra damage with this spear as well. A little bit slow. It's pretty good.
All right, how do they approach this fight then, Purge? Do they want to approach it down here, or do they want to wait over on the high ground? Yes, Infamous.
Infamous is in a dangerous place, but at least they don't have the Scotty just yet. Once Troll gets Scotty, he's like a super hard counter to Gyro. Gyro won't be able to lifesteal and beat him in a one-on-one fight. So, Yeet is the only way, I think. But they gotta do Overgrowth after BKBs. I feel like that's like the only solution. Jump Slardar in, stun. They pop BKB. You run out maybe. Re-engage, something like that would be good. Force BKBs and then re-engage would be great. They got Paladin Sword on Gyro. This could be decent. It's got okay lifesteal.
There's the Yeet. Okay, they'll throw out Mariana. He pops his BKB, but no one over on the side of Ego goes and pops theirs. This is looking a bit of a disaster. They jump over into Parker. Parker pops his BKB alone, also popping his own. They put out a decent amount of damage. Michael now is kind of stuck in no man's land as they do drop the Earth Splitter on the back lines. Michael will fall. And they'll find Mariano too. That is a bit of a disaster for the side of Infamous. They didn't have to use any, they used Alone's BKB, and I think that's about it because, of course, Troll having that Aegis isn't really afraid of much of anything here.
But why would you throw in your Slardar like this? It looks like
you said, to pop those, make them get the BKBs.
I know they're not griefing, but it just looks a little.
Yeah.
I don't even think they had vision. They're hoping that maybe there's only a couple heroes left, or maybe they land the mega yeet where 5 people get stunned. I don't know, but that doesn't feel like the way to win a fight in my opinion.
It might be nerves.
He's got Blink Dagger. He's got Blink Dagger on Slardar. Does he really need to be yeeted in as well? I don't know.
It just might be nerves right now, It's TI qualifiers. Everybody wants to go, even though we have no idea where it is. And, this is a big deal. This is the first year that we're going to be able to have 3 teams from SA at TI. And everybody wants to be that third team, Purge.
I want to be that third team from SA.
Well,
I'll
you
just play-
should have went and got
play
yourself a
5
stack
computers.
here, friend. How's your
Embarrass
Spanish?
myself. Slightly okay.
I want to hear some Purge Espanol at some point during
Gotta
these calls.
interview some SA teams and it'll be all good.
Awesome. Purge is going to be
Interview.
our translator, guys.
No, not translator. I can communicate slightly, but it's not going to be grammatically correct or pretty.
That's a special bonus segment. If you'd like to see that, you'll have to sub to Beyond the Summit. No, I'm lying.
How dare you? Sub to me, obviously, is the only way. All right, let's see if they can get something done here. EgoBoys got that Rax advantage going to the opposite side of the map now. Now the tier 2 tower remains. They've got Eye of Scotty on Troll Warlord. The lifesteal for Gyro. You can just forget about it. It's not happening, guys. Anything like Scotty is like, anytime I try to go like spell lifesteal or like heavy lifesteal on a hero, somebody gets a Scotty and it just feels like I don't have the item anymore. It's like, you can just completely forget about it. And here they go. They're going to try to slow this down.
They're just slapping the buildings here. They'll throw out the Nature's Grasp. Meanwhile, we get the whip out saying, come on, Rises. Faster. Again, does have that Aegis. Still has the BKB as well. The fortification will come out to be able to take down the Cardi. The rest of EgoBoys, though, waiting patiently.
They're playing it safe. This is cool. Let's see what they're doing with the double smoke. They're doing some like smart things. So what you're supposed to do normally in this circumstance, guys, is like if someone's turtling you inside their base, you take 1% of your base and you go push the side lane like on the opposite side of the map, because then it's like your team's gonna probably be able to defend or delay it, and then you're getting farm and map pressure. But if they would have done that, those 2 heroes that were smoked would have just destroyed you. So that was really a really cool move there by EgoBoys.
They have firm control of this map right now as they're able to go anywhere they want, farm anywhere, and Infamous is just feeling very scared. It's hard for them to get outside of the base. Michael is trying to just push out a little bit because he does have a bit of an escape if necessary. Still very scary, obviously, with what they have. In fact, he's already realizing, I think they were walking through my woods. I'm going to back up again, rejoin with my team, regroup. Gem picked up on Willow. They're going to go for even more domination on this map. But on the bright side, for the side of Infamous, they have managed to outweight the Aegis at the very, very least. Although I don't think Rises is too concerned about getting murdered in the next couple minutes here.
He's pretty confident with his positioning for sure. He's got buyback available if things go bad, but his team's nearby, and they've got a Force Staff on Elder Titan as well. Like, Mars can jump and drop the arena as well, stop some of those attacks from Gyrocopter. They've got Butterfly. That's one good thing going for Gyro here. Doesn't have to... isn't going to get much heal, but at least Troll Warlord's only got a 30% chance to break evasion using his Maelstrom, so Gyro's going to be much more survivable than normal. He's just going to make sure that he needs to pop his BKB in time. So they're just going to slow push out these lanes. They got a lane D ward here. That's good for them. But yeah, the net worth advantage is just going to keep cascading out of control, especially if they don't go push these side lanes.
It's just so hard for them to push them. Like, it's so scary the second that they step outside. And, like, look at the way that they're trying to protect, trying to get any sort of vision. They do have, of course, that one ward over on the high ground. In fact, Michael, just doing a little bit of movement here, doesn't have any wards, but is making his way over, maybe trying to snap up a bounty rune. But they need to be careful. The assault is on.
Yeah, this is the hard thing about playing against super mobile heroes like Storm Spirits. Like, once you get behind a net worth, then they can start solo killing you wherever you go. It just feels so much harder to get anything done. Michael hitting creeps. Is he looking for neutral items, maybe? No, not yet. He's just trying to get golden experience, that's all. He's trying to finish his BKB, and he's not going to do that in his base, so... He wants to go get the illusion room, but decent chance of ward spots him there. So, just gonna kill the small camp, maybe.
Oh.
Storm might find him.
Ooh.
Okay, Storm sees him now.
Oh, he rolls up into the storm. Oh, Michael. Wrong turn there, friend. Again, this Earth Spirit, the only one who's able to really, you know, move around the map, but just some bad luck here on his part.
Yeah, I don't know if he saw the storm balling over for the illusion rune or not, but yeah, there's the pickoff.
I would assume he didn't. I don't think he would have rolled back up like that.
Yeah, probably not. All right. Keep the pressure up. Storm's got the Ags as well, so if he can spot, if they just get like a ward high ground for vision, and he can do like a 3-man electric vortex, you're making a soup out of the enemies. Because
enemy
Mars is
soup.
gonna jump in afterwards, drop Arena Blood. He's gonna stun 2 of those people that are vortex together to his wall of buddies. It's gonna look nasty, but it's gonna taste great, as all soup is.
God, that sounds so bleak when you put it like that. The wall of buddies of just all these people on a wall, dead. We're going
Stabbing you with
someplace
their
dark
spears.
here.
I mean, that's what Arena Blood is like. That's what I was referring to, Arena Blood. His Ash Legion, the Undead Warriors. It was a lore comment, mostly. Alright, let's see if they can find the enemy squad. They actually are smoking out. They ganked the illusion.
Oh.
They've almost got it. Let's see if they can finish it off.
Oh no!
They
Look
can't
at this.
kill it in
Immediately
time.
they run away. Rise gets a Scotty hit off over onto Mariano, but they do manage to get back into the base.
Yes, back
This
into the
is-
base for 10 minutes.
This is Ego Boy saying, "We own this town. Get out of here." This is Ego Boy territory.
The speed at which they killed that Storm Spirit illusion does not bode well
No, it doesn't.
for Infamous.
Oh, it feels bad. We even have the Satanic online now for the Troll Warlord. This guy is just a menace.
He has got some options. He did buy out. I mean, they could kill him here. What is that? Is
Can
it
they, though?
Roshan?
Can they purge?
It's my favorite Roshan, the ones with Ag's Blessings, because then we get a little peek into what pro players think is the best Ags available on the table.
That's
And
true.
this game, I have no idea. It's pretty good for ET, but he's like playing 5 or whatever. Maybe
Okay,
they'll
they're
do
looking
it
for
on
this
full.
initiation. It is split up. The jump forward here from Mariano. Roll forward coming out from Michael. BKB, though, coming out. Can they do enough here as Drakeel has the A on this? He's running away. Rises now chasing after Mariano. The E comes out, though. Will be able to go and land over onto Rises. They still have the overgrowth, and they'll follow up with that Arena of Blood. They just take down Carl. They take down Michael.
God.
Already taking down this gyrocopter. As they'll find the kill on the tree, and Faker running for his life isn't going to be able to blink. Does have that shard at the very least. He's able to get the knockback, but it's just a slow and painful death as Drakeel finds that kill.
I mean,
Mariano.
they took the fight.
Oof.
They took the fight out of the base at least, so like it's gonna take them time to get across the map. But yeah, they tried to get a pick off in a weird place and didn't work out.
Now they do have buyback on a lot of these heroes, but they don't have the Snapfire kisses, which I think is a big problem.
They got one. It's Treant Protector. When he respawns, he's gonna get tossed in again. I just know it.
That is true, but that's going to be 30 seconds before he gets tossed in. Blink forward for Mariano, just trying to push them out.
They're playing so safe, and this is the right thing. There's Roshan available, right? Rosh is up. Take the racks after your one team fight. Go do Rosh. And they tried to fight for it already. It didn't work out. And now it's gonna instantly die.
I mean, there's a 23k net worth lead right now, Purge. It's looking bleak.
Very bleak. All right, who gets the Ags? It's probably Troll. It is Troll.
Yep, Troll.
It's very good on him because he can dispel things, and that means Slardar ulti is the big one. Remove Slardar ulti, his armor is going to stay in the stratosphere. He'll be very survivable. He could also dispel Treant ulti and everything on Earth Spirit basically except for silence. So it's good. It's really, really good. Troll eggs here for free. That net worth is... He's an alchemist. This is now an alchemist game.
That's a really nice disguise he's wearing, then. How do you cram an alchemist into the skin of a troll warlord?
It's in the belly. It's like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Crag or whatever. That's a throwback.
Good old Krang.
Is that what the name was? Whatever.
I believe so, yes.
I'm close.
Been a
enough.
while.
I know what it looks like. It's a damn brain.
Now everybody knows how old we are. Oh no.
Yeah. Turtles in Time, dude. That's the best SNES game.
Dude, I
Head-to-edge
remember when they
sword
had those
and
little
bullet.
handheld, like AA battery games. Like my brother had one of the Ninja
yeah.
Turtles handhelds. I think they're by like Tomy or something. That's like a really old Japanese brand. Oh gosh, I always died. I always died in that game. I never
got
beat
one
it.
of those. I got a Power Rangers one of those from a cereal once. It was like
Cereal?
one.
What?
Yeah, like one, and I sent it and I got one. It was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Good.
I never got
times.
anything cool like that in my cereal. They don't
Lost
even
one.
put them in the cereal anymore. God, we really
Sure.
are showing how old we are.
All right,
I think it's
let's
a
see if they
choking
can-
hazard now.
It's probably true. Yeah.
Kids are too dumb. They're gonna try to eat their
I'm
toys.
too dumb. I ate my toys all the time accidentally. All right, let's see how long this tower lasts. Not long.
Not long indeed. The zip forward coming out from Malone. He's looking for the vortex. Only manages to go and land over onto the gyrocopter. Zipping forward again, looking for an opening. The roll forward though over onto the back line. They're gonna try to blow up anyone that they can. They do manage to get Kara. Mariano though taking way too much damage. There's too much right click coming out. BKB is being popped. The zip coming forward again, coming out from Malone. Trying to find any opening. There's the Satanic though coming out now from Rise. He'll follow up with the Arena of Blood. Drakeel just gonna walk away, use it for zoning, allow them to finish up over onto this Rax as the buybacks have been used.
All right,
They
so they get
already
Megas.
used
Oh,
the
never mind.
overgrowth. Not yet, not yet. They're on their way. Faker jumping forward here with that blink. The stomp coming out here from Mariano. The drag back though alone. The cookie forward. Is it gonna be enough? Is it just a little bit? No. He's gonna get yeeted out thanks to Faker, but Faker looks like he's gonna die for helping out his buddy here. Does have the buyback though, so looks like Infamous. They're not going down without a fight. There's not a lot of mana left over here on the Storm. Does have to be a bit careful. They could get the jump. Rises 2 here. Jump forward again from Faker. Brambles. Nice follow-up from Mariano with a good crush. Call down comes out again too. Just enough mana for Alone though to run away as they follow up with some hits here with that flak. And they have indeed been mega'd.
Yeah, they're just playing it safe. They got to be careful initiating here after they burn BKBs and stuff, but they poked their opponents a bunch. They got the Megas, and now it's just going to be even easier when they eventually win. More farming for now. I don't think they'll wait till next Roche, but maybe they will to be really safe. And they got 5 minutes, basically. Get another Aegis. I guess they still have Aegis. They could just go again. Storm's super farmed. He could pick up a Hex as well, have Aegis and Hex. 2 full
That's
mana
possible.
pools. Like, they just got to get the right grab.
MKB just got picked up on Rises too, by the way. He just bought it
Okay.
in completion.
That's what hurt him in the last fight. When it looked like he was about to roll over a gyrocopter, he popped Satanic, started slapping him, but he just wasn't healing that much. He didn't feel confident going for it, so he gave up, walked back, and then they poked back and forth on the fights. But now with MKB, he can commit.
He's gonna go right on and start hitting these buildings. They've already thrown out the missile. The zip forward though, plus that Hex into the Arena of Blood. They just absolutely blow up Parker. As they jump over to the side. The GGs get dropped. EgoBoys are gonna be taking the first series here that we've been casting.
So good for them. Incredible performance. Game 1, rough. Game 2 was excellent. Game 3 was really good too. They played excellent. They played around each other. Infamous looked disconnected. They made mistakes. They made coordination errors, and EgoBoys deserved to win this one. And that's another upset. That was a mid-tier Division 1 SA team gets upset by the team that just got qualified for Division 1. So EgoBoys got to be happy with what they're sitting with here.
Yeah, and I mean, something has to be said about the fact that Infamous, of course, they did change their roster up a little bit during the second season here for DPC. But EgoBoys, they're playing well together. They definitely understand their strengths and weaknesses and looked very, very good. Tano had 0 deaths on that Dark Willow. Like, just
That's
really
great.
nice plays coming out from the side of EgoBoys. They understand how to move around with their drafts. And again, I'm still very very happy that we got to see Alone Storm Spirit. But that is it, guys. That is the game number 3. EgoBoys are going to take the series, so we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to break it down for you.